Hello, Mountaineer Nation. Yes, some new names has emerged uh, for the head coaching job at West Virginia University after the departure of Neil Brown. Some of the names that are of interest and that's been swirling around through social media and other news outlets have been Jimbo Fisher, Jamie Chadwell of Liberty, Barry Odom of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, Shannon Dawson, offensive coordinator at Miami. Rich Rod, we know who he is. Jason Crandall of Toledo in the MAC. And the hottest name on the list is Andy Kotelnicki, the offensive coordinator of Penn State. And let's start with him. His stock has continued to rise. He coached at the University of Kansas as an OC since 2020. He left after the 23 season to become offensive coordinator of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and the Nittany Lions offense has vastly improved from the year before. The only game they didn't perform in offensively that all of them were looking forward to was Ohio State, but that's just one blemish on his record this year. My only drawback on him, when you have offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators that are well publicized, you have to know, can they manage the West Virginia University football program? Think about what I said, manage. And not only coach it, but manage the vast landscape, because it's a big time difference between being an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator and becoming head coach. There's a lot of people like Dana Holgerson that's tried it that hadn't been successful. It's a whole different animal in the new landscape of college football. But he's the hottest name on the list, and the Penn State Nittany Lions are going to the 12-team playoff. Jimbo Fisher, I just think time has passed him by. The last time he was relevant was in Florida, was at Florida State when he won the championship with Jameis Winston in 2013. He flamed out because of a lack of an offensive philosophy in Texas A&M. He could not win in the SEC consistently. There was a big time opponent every week, and he just didn't win enough games. And they bought his contract out over $70 million. Uh, Barry Odom, he's from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. He's been there for a couple of years. He used to coach at Missouri in the SEC. That's when he and Ren Baker met. The only question I have is, why isn't he still at Missouri? And he's done a good job at UNLV, but it's only been for 2 years. So uh, he's one that I figure that they'll sit down with, but I still have some question marks about, what happened at Missouri. Because let's face it, Missouri is a Power Four. And so you have to perform. So I want to know why he didn't or why he left. I don't know that. Shannon Dawson, the offensive coordinator for the University of Miami, has West Virginia roots. He used to coach under Holgerson here, and he was an OC at Houston. And like I said, he is a Miami Hurricane offensive coordinator, and they have a very good offense with Cam Ward, who's a Heisman Trophy candidate. They took a nosedive last Saturday and getting beat by Syracuse, so Alabama probably edged them out for a spot in the 12-team playoff. But they controlled their own destiny and didn't make it, uh, you know, to the championship. So it's going to be uh, tough sledding. Uh, duh, duh, duh. Rich Rod, you know all about his resume. He was a winner at West Virginia University, compiled a great records in the years that he was there. He knows how to develop talent. He knows how to keep talent, and most of all, he knows how to win. The only problem with Rich Rod, he just has a checkered past that I don't know if the West Virginia brass and the backers uh, want that challenge again. I don't know, but he's worth a sit down interview because we know Rod knows football. Uh, Jason Crandall at Toledo, he's a MAC guy. He's been there for a number of years. He's 70 and 40, 70 wins, 40 losses. So MAC coaches have been known to be successful at the Power 5 level. They're experienced because they are head coaches. And I keep saying this. A lot of these offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, you're taking a chance on them because they have never ran a program, most of them, as a head coach. And you got, in this age, it's very tricky because you have Neil, the transfer portal. You have to develop your recruiting territory. You know, what is it going to be? West Virginia's traditionally had Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Florida. What is the new coach's territory going to be? What is he going to be best at? How is he going to staff it? And then you've got Neil. And then, as I said, the transfer portal. So all of those things are new, and you've got to be able to explain it to the athletic director on how you're going to handle all of those areas. And that's the big test. Because as I said before, it's a tricky business stepping in to the head coaching job, especially at West Virginia University. Because West Virginia is a small state, so you have to go outside the state to even recruit for success. So those are a few names that I heard about. I heard them floating on social media, Bill Belichick, but I think still Bill should stay retired because you got to really deal with the younger generation, and I don't think that that would mesh too well. I think it would be a great defensive coordinator, not coordinator, but a consultant at the college level. Another name they tossed around was Juwan Sider, used to quarterback at West Virginia University. He's now an assistant at Penn State. He is a recruiting guru. He owns the state of Florida. He knows how to find speed. So that's worth a sit-down interview. So, and I figure that some of these people may be on Ren Baker's short list, and he might have added about 4 or 5 more names. Who knows? Only Ren knows. So we'll just have to wait and see. But those are my thoughts on the candidates that are vying for the West Virginia University head coaching job in 2025-26. See you later. I'd love to hear your comments, and please let me know if there's any other coaches that are interested. See you later. See Ivan Franklin. And be frank for real. One minority voice, one view. See ya.